'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was sleeping, not me or my spouse. The audio monitors were placed at our bedside with care, so if Grandma stirred, we soon could be there.
Grandma was nestled, all snug in her bed, while worries of her falling danced in our heads. And Mama in her jammies and I with CPAP had just settled down, hoping for at least a long nap.
When down the hall in Grandma's room there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to her bedroom I flew like a flash, tore open the doorway, and stood there aghast.
The light of the reading lamp, bathing Grandma in soft glow, gave a luster of midday from her head to her toe. When what to my wondering eyes did appear, but our Homewatch caregiver, soothing Grandma so dear.
She was a spry little lady, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it was Mrs. Van Wyck. More rapid than I moved down the hall, Mrs. Van Wyck must have came, and she smiled at me and winked and called me by name.
Did you forget it's my night on duty? No need for alarm. I'm caring for Grandma. She will come to no harm. Now go back to bed. Get down the hall. No worries away, worries away, worries away, y'all.
As if in a dream, and wondering just how or why, I walked happily back to bed, my worries gone by. So now in our bedroom, and tucked in bed anew, my wife asked just what I had to do.
And then in a twinkling I wondered, was it a dream or the truth? I was sure it was our caregiver, but I needed some proof. As I went back to my doorway and was turning around, down the hallway came Mrs. Van Wyck with a bound.
She was dressed in Homewatch teal from her head to her foot. She was wearing an apron and a big smile to boot. A bundle of laundry she carried in a sack, and she was headed downstairs when I interrupted a laugh.
Her eyes, how they twinkled, her appearance, how merry! She was a welcome sight, a comfort, so very. But on this night of nights, not so long ago, I had to ask her a question. I just needed to know.
Are you really here, or is this just a dream? When I wake up tomorrow, will the relief be the same? Mrs. Van Wyck just grinned. Now don't you be silly. Her body shook when she laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
I am Grandma's caregiver. You hired me yourself. I laughed along with her in spite of myself. A wink of her eye and a twist of her head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
She spoke not a word, but went straight to her work, from the laundry to the dishes, then turned with a jerk, and pushing up her glasses up onto her nose, and giving a nod, she turned on her toes.
I headed back to bed, till my wife gave a cuddle, and soon drifted off, knowing I answered the puzzle. But I heard our caregiver exclaim, as my dreams again took flight.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.